and they elected to receive in this game.
And last week, I don't know if viewers that listen, it seemed like the Eagles had some opportunities. It's just, they kind of ran it up the middle. And we'll see if Forsman or Cooper White tries to break it outside this time where Grant Lilly had success last week.
Forsman and White are in the back. Forsman, from our point of view, is on the left. White is on the right as the Portland kicker prepares to be on the approach. And the kick is a short, high pop-up kick. It's going to be taken by Martin. Martin tries to get out the sideline. He is dropped right at the 33-yard line. All right, folks, I will remind you as well before we start here that this is the Ponce Law Broadcast Center. When you've been seriously injured, you want Sumner County's own Michael Ponce on your side. Michael grew up in Sumner County and started Ponce Law over 29 years ago. Let Ponce Law provide a free consultation if you've been injured in a car accident or hurt on the job. You have nothing to lose by calling and finding out what to do next. They offer a no-fee guarantee and can even open your case over the phone. So call Ponce Law, 615-851-1776. Ponce Law, justice for all. There's the snap to Richardson, who hands it off to White, who fumbles it, and it is recovered by Portland right at the 28-yard line.
And we talked to other coaches today. Fast start was what the Westmoreland Eagles had to get off here tonight. And if you had to pinpoint an exact opposite way to get off to a fast start, a fumble on the opening play is exactly what that is. It's the curse that just keeps on cursing.
All year long, it has been something. And it's a weird thing. It's one of those that, the coaches work on it, but it's one of those bugaboos that just stick around. I don't know, Luke. All right, so Portland is on the ball at the 28-yard line. Sends back in motion. He's going to hand it off around that right wing. Finds some space ahead. He's going to be flipped over by Cade Perry after a gain of about 7.
And Cade Perry, seems like that's his tackling mode of choice. Kind of go down and see if the defender can get past Cade Perry, who's just kind of I think his tackle choice is being on a knee right there.
It was pretty close. So the quarterback for Portland is number
1.
Number 1, which is Caden Lane, the 5'8", 160-pound sophomore. Lane sends his receiver in motion, takes a snap, and there are flags on the field.
And that was blatant on the false start right there. All 4 referees threw the flag. So that's going to back Portland up 5. It's going to set up second down about 7.
I wish we had been able to do a little more research, I guess, but their starting quarterback typically has been senior number 14, Braden Thornton. And so I wonder if part of this downturn in points they've had the last couple weeks coincides with Thornton no longer playing. I'm not sure. I don't know. But Lane gets back under center, sends one in motion, takes a snap, hands it off, and inside it falls loose on the field.
And
good for the goose, it's good for the gander as the Eagles take the fumble.
Ethan Graves takes it right back. And the Westmoreland Eagles able to swing it here defensively and get the ball back.
So a little bit of a chaotic first minute, 7 seconds, as we're only at 10:53 to go, and it feels like we've had a whole quarter of action. Here at 2 fumbles, penalty, a flip tackle, and a special teams hard hit. I mean, goodness, Luke, we've got it all already in about a minute. As Richardson sends White in motion, this one goes to White around that right end. He's going to spin forward. He'll be brought down at the 34-yard line, maybe the 33.
White chose to cut it up right there. He took what he could get, and it's going to bring up second down and manageable after that play. And something that I'm interested to see right here for the Eagles is last week, whenever kind of in junk time against Smith County, the Eagles started airing the ball out more, and they really had success at it. So I'm wondering if they won't try and pass this ball more tonight against a Portland stacked defense.
We'll see what he looks to do as Richardson goes under center, sends Martin into motion. Martin gets the ball in the backfield. He pushes forward. It looked like there might have been a little bit of an offsides jump, but I guess Portland got off into the back.
From what I saw right there, looked like that left edge rusher jumped off sides, has the ball was snapped. I didn't really see him make an effort to get back on sides, but nonetheless, the officials didn't call it, so no gain's going to set up third down.
So 3rd and about 4 for the Eagles. Interesting to see. You see Martin getting in some action early as he's been really giving a lot of energy to this team.
He has.
Richardson approaches to the line. Sends White in motion. Richardson's going to keep it. He's going to pitch it to White on that right side. Tries to make one miss, and he's going to be tackled by a whole lot of Panthers. I think I count about 6.
And when you said a whole lot, you were not exaggerating. They read that play through and through right there. I think they had 3 that was with Richardson and 3 more on the outside with White. They read that play perfectly.
And so that will force Dickens into a punting situation. So Dickens is going to be standing on about the 21-yard line, ready to punt this one over to Portland. Snap is away on the approach, and it's up. And the kick lands at the 30. Take it there, and the Portland returner jumped on it. It was a little risky.
Yeah, dangerous play by him.
But did you see over here that Dickens actually ran into? Now the question was whether it was during the action or if Peyton was trying to get an Oscar, one way or the other. But there was contact and nothing called on it, Luke. So we'll see if that kind of continues over the course of the evening. As Portland will take over on their own 17 with 8:47 to go in the first quarter.
We'll see the quarterback running the play. One thing I want to mention after this play on defense for the Portland Panthers, how they played that last drive, coming up in just a second.
Lane is in the shotgun. Portland is in kind of a modified wing tee as they take the snap, going to toss it to the right side, trying to turn the corner, finding a spot, and he's going to be brought down. Might have gained about 2 yards on the play. Great job by Hunter Gray to force him out wide.
Good play right there by Hunter Gray. And I think he just keeps switching numbers on us too, Coach Combs.
It's still at 27, right?
27?
Yeah.
Well, he switched back to 52 last week. So he's just back and forth. It seems how the night goes.
Well, here we go. So it's going to be second. They're going to give a gain of 2 as Lane goes under center. Takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Comes back into the pocket. Chase back up into the pocket. He's going to run. And he's going to slide down at about the 26-yard line, maybe the 25.
Depending on that spot, that could be close.
No, I think they have it spotted correctly, that they gave it where he started his slide. So, yeah, so it'll be third and a short 3, 2 to 3 in there.
Neither team yet to get a first down here in the first quarter. 7:42 remaining. It's a stalemate, 0-0.
Lane under center, wing T formation. Takes a snap. He's going to try and keep it himself, but he is met in the backfield. What a play. What a jump by number 44.
That'll be Grant Lilly. That's another great play by him, just blowing up his guard that he was on and getting in the backfield, wrapping him up, and just kind of pulling him back, making sure he was not able to get any extra yards.
So they still got a gain of 1. So it is 4th and 1 right now on their own 27, and Portland's offense is still on the field. Lane going under center. The offense on the field, 4th in their own territory, and they are met in there. I don't know if he got it.
I don't think he did. Right there before the play was snapped, you saw Colton Sizemore, Carson Borders, and Graves pinch in really close.
They're going to give him the first down.
They were all inside that center, and from my viewpoint, that was close, and the officials have the best view of it. They spotted them for a first down, but nonetheless.
Right at the 28-yard line. Well, that one was really close. The Eagles almost got that one, and what a turn that would have been. But it is Portland ball, brand new set of downs, 1st and 10. Lane sends one in motion, takes a snap, going to hand it around the outside. As number 4 is going to slip and lose his footing. He is hit first by Lilly, and then finished off, I believe, by Richardson.
And he had a wide open hole right there that opened up between the guard and the tackle, and he turf monster got him a little bit, and he really wasn't able to recover his balance. And then it's number 4, Keelan Dalton, the 6'3" sophomore.
So a lot of sophomores out right now there for Portland, and so you expect that they're going to turn this bad season around in the very near future. As Lane will be back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8. There's the snap. Hands off inside. It's number 5 trying to get on the outside. He's going to be tackled by Ethan Graves.
Graves
kind of ran into his shoulder.
Yeah, and also that was forced and like pulled off of his block and was able to get him a good shot down in there as well.
And so it's 3rd and 3 now for the Panthers. 5:35 and counting on the clock. Lane is under center. He's got one receiver wide to the right. Sizemore shifts inside. Is going to be handed off on number 5. The ball is loose again. It looks to be like Portland got on it.
I do believe Portland got on it, and that was a faulty handoff from the start right there.
So, but no gain on the play. So they're on the 35-yard line.
It was 4th and 1 just a while ago, and they rolled the dice and barely got it. We'll see if they go for it again.
It's 4th and 3, and I don't see anybody coming in from that sideline.
I don't see them either unless their punter's on. I believe Portland's going for this.
Lane is under center. There's 13 seconds on the play clock. I think they're going to go for it. Ready for the snap. The action goes through, and they're going to call the timeout instead. And we're going to take it with them. 0-0, 4:41 to go in the first quarter here on WHINradio.com. And welcome back into the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center as they call the timeout, but Portland's offense is still out there. And so it looks like they're in a wildcat type formation. As 5 is in the backfield, there's the snap. It's a high snap, hands it to 40. He's going to be ripped and grabbed and brought down.
And that was a slew of Eagles and a turnover on downs. And whenever they initially called that timeout, I thought that it was, they were going to try and get them offside and they were going to call the timeout to get the punt team out there. But they still rolled the dice and they did not get it.
That was my expectation too. And then, they pulled the offense out there, and it wasn't even one out there handing the ball off. It was a little bit of a wildcat type play. So it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the Portland 36-yard line. Now, can they take advantage of this great field position? Richardson's got Grant Lilly behind him. Now Cooper White joins the backfield. Richardson takes a snap. Going to fake it to White. Throws it down the field. Has Cook. Oh! Off his fingertips.
And Cook
on
had
that
him.
flag route.
Cook had him a step right there. Not able to come down. That was going to be a drop right there. But the plus side of that play right there is Portland's been stacking that box coach 6-7 guys every play. And with that deep shot, Portland saw 6 points in the end zone right there that went through the hands of Dylan Cook. So we'll see if they try and back up here.
You have to make them respect it, and that's a lot of it. And now, I don't know if one throw is going to do it because they still look to be stacking that line of scrimmage up pretty good here. But at least the Eagles look for it as Richardson will send White in motion. Richardson's going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it and tackle from behind by Portland's number 2. Gain of about 1 on the play.
That's Gentry House right there, and he read that play. Although that was a good play by him. Modest gain for the Eagles. And then going to come Matthew Martin, the spark player for this Eagles offense.
So 3rd, and we're going to call it 9 on the 35-yard line. They go to the line quick. It's straight to Martin, Wildcat. Trying to get around the outside. He's not going to get anywhere. He's actually going to lose a yard on that play. And now you get a little interesting because now it is 4th down, 4th and 10. Outside Dickens' range, I believe, here. But not necessarily needing to punt to pin it back. So it looks like the Eagle offense is going to stay out here.
And this is that age-old question, what do you do in no man's land right here? And Coach Perry seems like he's going to go for it.
Richardson is in the shotgun. He's going to have Colton Sizemore right beside him. There's the snap to Jacob. Looks downfield. Goes out to his left. Comes back to his right. Trying to find a space to throw it to. Throws it to White in the middle of the field. It's complete. What a throw on the run. That is enough for an F&M Bank first down for your Eagles. What a throw and what a catch, Luke.
You can say that one more time. Richardson initially rolled out to the left. The pass protection held up initially, but 5 seconds is about all you can ask for. So he flips the field, rolls back to his right, and finds Cooper White on a tight throw as well.
Right in the middle of the Portland zone. Cooper White sat down in it. It was a fantastic play and a fantastic catch. So we are 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Richardson takes it, hands it off to White. Makes one man miss at the line of scrimmage. Tries to get by another. He'll get inside the 15. A gain of about 7 on the play.
So that's going to set up second and short, but on that last part there, that's a big thing for the Eagles right there. So far this season, passing-wise, it seemed like the Eagles take deep shots or short underneath routes. In the middle passing game, if we have the presence there, that's going to be great.
2nd and 3, taking and handed off to White again. White jumps through the defensive line. He'll get to about the 12. He's going to be awful close to it. I think he's still going to be about a yard short.
Depending on the spot, his knee came down awful early there too, as he kind of tumbled.
Looks to be 3rd down, 3rd and about 1 at, we'll call it the 13-yard line. Eagles right back on the line of scrimmage. Richardson takes it, hands off to the inside. That is Sizemore pushing himself ahead, still pushing the pile. He'll get inside the 5, and that is an F&M Bank first down, 1st and goal for your Eagles.
And you're right there on that play. I believe Colton Sizemore found Carson Borders and ran right behind him as they plowed the way forward for a first down.
I think that is a very smart business decision to run right behind Carson Borders. Maybe next to running behind Brady Graves. And so it is 1st and goal at the 5-yard line for the Eagles. Richardson under center. He's got Sizemore right behind him and White kind of offset. Snap goes. He's going to hand it to White. White tries to push himself forward. The pile tries to push forward. He'll get to the, looks like to be the 3. Eagles going to the concession stand side of the field. So it's going to be 2nd and goal with 1:15 left to play.
You got just enough room right here for everything to be in play.
Eagles slowing down a little bit. They had some action and going with some speed early, and now they're kind of being a little more patient with it as Richardson comes in with the play at 20 seconds to go on the play clock. Less than a minute to go in the quarter. As Richardson will go under center. There's the snap. Richardson's going to keep it, try to roll out, throw it in the flat to Sizemore, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Off the hands of Sizemore, and it looked like a Portland player had an opportunity to possibly get an interception there.
That would have been devastating.
Sizemore sort of dived into it to knock it down at the very end of that play. So 3rd and goal.
From the 3, 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
They had a kind of a heavy set now. Now they're going to send Daniel Forsman, who rarely plays offense, out on the field, as well as Matthew Martin. Looks like Grant Lilly's going to line up in the backfield as well.
Lilly's in the backfield. Lilly and White. Forsman is wide to the left. There's the snap. He's going to give it to White, trying to cut around the outside to the right pylon, and he's in. That is a Trevecca Nazarene touchdown, and the William Styles Country Financial first score of the game for your Eagles. Cooper White around that right end, right to the pylon.
Great play right there by Cooper White, able to stretch it out there, go outside, and beat him with the speed.
Dickens will get ready to put up the extra point. Cade Perry the hold. Easton Morris the snap. And snap, set, kick is on the way, and it is good. Right off the side of the concession stand. So, Eagles take a 7-0 lead with 35.4 seconds to go. We'll take a quick break here on WHNRadio.com. A fantastic drive by the Eagles to get the score as Dickens will kick this one away. It is a line drive on the right side over the receiver's head into the end zone for a touchback. Now, I want to remind you, Luke, we've had quite a few of these, so it's great to read this one now, that F&M Bank is proud to be a Sumner County High School football presenting partner on WHIN. And during this entire season, F&M Bank is proud to sponsor first downs. Every time your Eagles gain a first down during the season, it's an F&M Bank first down. F&M Bank, banking made easy on purpose. A proud sponsor of Sumner County High School football on WHIN. Visit them online at myfmbank.com.
So an interesting decision right there by Portland head coach Hunter Hicks to roll the dice, and it ended up in the Eagles getting great field position and turn over on downs.
Handed off inside. Portland's going to cut upfield. That is number 5. Looks like he'll get 5 yards on the play.
So, Portland seems like so far they're liking to run it inside, sort of that B gap right in between the guard and the tackle right there, which is where the Westmoreland Eagles love to play defense right there and set up their middle linebackers for tackles.
So Portland's going to get to the line of scrimmage. There's only 10 seconds on the clock. They do not have to run another play if they don't want to. So we'll see what they look to do here as Lane goes under center. He does snap it before the quarter stops. Hand to number 5. He's going to be brought down by a tag team of Grant Lilly and Daniel Forsman. Finished off by Dylan Cook for his short gain. And it'll be 3rd down and short. We come back after this quarter break. Well, your Eagles lead 7-0 on WHNRadio.com. And welcome back into the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center as we are back to start the second quarter. Panthers hand it off inside. It is number 5 pushing forward. And he somehow managed to pull Brady Graves long enough to get a first down, Luke.
He did. That was some tough running right there. And it looks like Brady had him about an initial contact a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage, behind the first down marker, and he was able to push through and get it.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 32-yard line.
But as a defense, that's a first down that you're willing to give up. A hard-fought, 3-play first down where they barely got it.
Portland did get one of those already on a 4th down conversion. There's a snap to Lane. Lane rolling towards his left, going to throw it short. It is going to be incomplete. Intended for number 3.
Forsman was in tight coverage right there, and as he was on him, Hunter Gray came in and delivered a pop as well, and that forced the ball out. So 2nd and 10 now for the the Panthers.
And that, as you mentioned already, Portland's having a tough time getting a lot of yards against this Eagle defense. And so an incompletion there might be the tilting point for an Eagle defense getting another stop. We'll see how it works as Lane is still in the shotgun. There's a snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to run himself right down the middle of the field. It's going to be enough for a first down as Perry kind of slowed him down. Enough for Ethan Graves to catch him from behind for another first down for the Panthers.
Great play right there by the Portland quarterback as he saw how the Eagles were kind of jonesing at the bit on those handoffs going outside and decided to pull one inside, and that was a big play right there. Possibly breathe some life into this Panther offense.
Portland on their own 49-yard line. Lane still in the shotgun. There's the snap. It's a little low. It's going to be handed off, and he is met in the backfield. What a tackle by number 20, Colton Sizemore. But here's the thing, Luke. 5 still got back to the line of scrimmage.
He did. Isaiah Hope, that's his name. And he's a tough one that we saw so far tonight, keeping those legs turning. And Sizemore met him once again in the backfield, and he was able to power to make it a no gain, get back to the line of scrimmage.
That was an incredible individual effort there by the Portland running back. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Lane for the shotgun, takes a snap, rolling out towards his left, sets his feet, comes back the other direction. He's going to turn to run it. There is a big tackle right in the middle. That is number 27, Hunter Gray. A gain of 2, but there is a flag down at about the 45-yard line.
That's going to be holding on Portland. The interesting if they accept the penalty or not, but he's going to feel that one waking up tomorrow, Saturday morning, Coach. Hunter Gray came in and delivered a shot.
Okay. Absolutely. What a hit that was. It was kind of just a chaotic play, and that seems to be Portland's little MO here right now is there's a lot of action going on trying to get people running in all sorts of different directions. You saw a game like Smith County last week that they were all running the same direction, it looked like. Portland this week, they all seem to be going different ways, and it's just a big space of chaos in every play they have. As Lane takes a snap, hands it off inside, he's going to be met in the backfield once again. Colton Sizemore finished off by Brady Graves, and Colton Sizemore is just a terror for the Portland offensive line.
And I kind of keyed in right there on Colton Sizemore right there. He hit him with more of like a stop and go. I don't know how to say it on defense. He hesitated before he went right through, picked his matchup, and cut the arm down to the offensive line, and that's how he was able to get in the backfield. Good patient play right there by Colton Sizemore.
And so 3rd and very long for the Panthers, as Lane will now go under center. There's a snap. He's going to throw a screen pass out to the left to number 4. 4 is trying to find some room. He's not going to get any. Great job tackling by the Eagles. Jacob Richardson keeping him in play for Dylan Cook to come behind and finish him off.
And the play design right there by Portland was to get him outside and kind of an island, one-on-one with Forsman. And Forsman did a great job right there, kind of making him hesitate and buy time for reinforcements to get out to the outside. So with that being said, the Eagles are going to send in more of a light package here.
And it looks, I believe Portland will punt this one away. As Cooper White is standing just a couple yards past the original first down marker. The Eagles had to get one off before having too many men on the field. Portland's kick is a line drive kick, bounces at the 35, takes a Portland bounce to the 22-yard line. White's going to pick it up, tries to reverse field, makes a couple men miss, keeps pushing forward. He'll get to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will start their next drive.
So Westmoreland Eagles, they're able to capitalize off a great field position last drive, turn that into 7. We'll see what they do here because they're more backed up, but still, they're not in horrible shape field position-wise.
No, you would take above the 25, I would imagine. I think is usually the line, the best you can get. And so it's going to be 1st and 10. Once again, the Eagles had a little bit of success with that hurry-up, including a big pass from Jacob Richardson to Cooper White in the middle of it to convert a 3rd down.
Robert Todd on the field. See if we don't see that jet sweep that they like to run with him out there.
Robert Todd is in the slot over on this side. Now he's going to move in tight along with Joshua Vinson. Richardson takes a snap, going to hand it off inside. He's going to be wrapped up. That is Cook. And they're going to give Portland a little bit of extra action here.
So after the whistle was blown and forward progress was deemed, it seemed like that pile just kept on pushing. And I think Portland might get one on that one right there.
And Luke, I mean, I hadn't been saying much, but that seems to, Portland's been doing that all evening so far. And so I'm glad that one gets called here on the Panthers. And so the Eagles will get a free F&M Bank 1st down for it.
And really, that was a great play by the Portland defense, able to get in the back there and stop them for no gain. But after the penalty, you can't, that's what kills coaches right there. Before and after the play penalties.
100%.
And this is a rivalry game, may I say it, Coach.
So the Eagles will get the ball up to their own 41-yard line as Richardson will go into center. He's got Lilly behind him. Richardson takes down, he's going to toss it to Lilly. Lilly trying to get around that right end, turn the corner. He's going to be popped after a gain of about 3 on that right side. I'll tell you what, Portland does hit hard, though.
They do, and it seems like running-wise, their running backs, they're hitting the hole hard, and then defensively, they're just taking them down to the ground.
So we'll get a gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7.
A way I can compare that is Liberty Creek. That was a game where it seemed like the Liberty Creek defenders, they kind of wrapped up, and more of a wrap-up trying to stop forward progress. Portland's not wrapping up. They're piling, driving down to the ground.
Richardson goes under center. Sends Cook in motion, takes a snap. There is a flag down.
I think that was some movement in the backfield, so it's going to back the Eagles up 5. So they'll probably set up, what would you say, 2nd and 11 probably?
2nd and about 12.
And, we said rivalry game, but it is a rivalry game. These two schools played each other forever, but more in particularly the football players. Portland, Macon County, and Westmoreland. They play each other in Pee Wee, middle school, and now high school. So some of these players have been matching up for 12 years now.
Absolutely, and it's one of those that these are sometimes the forgotten parts of Sumner County is here in Portland and Westmoreland, and they've always had a deep rivalry with each other. So Richardson takes a snap, he's going to hand it to White. White trying to find a hole on that right side. He'll find a little crease and get most of that penalty yardage back and bring us to 3rd and 7, maybe 8.
So we'll see what the Eagles like to do right here. And a question that I had for Clyde Benson, who's in, of course, math class with us both, is that Macon County game, we saw Cade Perry play some of that quarterback position and loft it up to Jacob Richardson. And I asked him if they're going to start incorporating that more and more. And I'll give you the answer of what he had to say after this play.
Richardson, I want to hear the answer to that question. I forget what to play. Richardson takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Cook. He's going to look downfield, rolling to his left, has a man, has White. It's going to be complete. Now it's a matter of where they spot him. This is going to be close when he dove to the ground to catch it.
Great route right there by Cooper White.
Great route. It's going to be close.
And from our view
And they
right
are
here,
gonna
that's
give
a
it, though.
first. We
They
can
are
see
gonna
that
give
one
it.
perfectly.
It is an F&M Bank first down on the pass from Richardson to White. On that with 6:32 remaining, Eagles lead 7-0.
So what Clyde said was he overheard Coach Hafner say that it worked so well against Macon County that they kind of wanted to preserve it so teams wouldn't game plan against it as much. So that was his opinion on what he thought.
That'll be interesting. Something else we can kind of keep talking about here as Richardson takes a snap, hands that to Todd. Todd lowers his shoulder and will force his way forward for about 2 or 3 yards.
Robert Todd, he had a nose for the end zone against White House and Jackson County, scoring 4 touchdowns in 2 games. Hasn't had much productivity since then.
And that was a great spurt for this team that they really needed because those are the games that Cooper White was out and you needed some sort of spark, and Robert Todd did a great job with that over those couple weeks. I think the Eagles still try to give him opportunities, especially as a senior here on senior night at Westmoreland High School, as many chances as we can get. So Richardson's in the shotgun. He's got Forsman wide to the right and Clyde Vincent wide to the left. There's the snap. Hands it to Martin. Martin tries to turn this corner on the left side, lowers his shoulder. He'll get to the 46, which is essentially no gain.
Yeah, that was a lot of running right there for no gain. And I have a question for you, Coach Combs. So we see in basketball how senior night in basketball, everything oriented around the seniors. They play most of the game, everything about seniors. Is that the same for football, or is it more just a ceremony?
I don't think you can do it in football the same way you do it in basketball. Basketball, you can have a lot of flexibility with positions and where people play. And if you're not 100% sure in football, you get hurt. Basketball, you give up a layup. So I'd say it's a little bit different. As Richardson takes the shotgun, has White deep, and floats it to him. It's complete once again. Caught at the 25-yard line. He'll get inside the 20.
Penalty,
that's another
down.
F&M Bank first down.
I watched the ball in the air. This one might be coming back here on a hold on the outside. So a big play going to be negated with an offensive holding, but another penalty comes in after the whistle down on the far side at about the 25-yard line of Portland, and there was only Panthers over there, so Portland might get docked with another unsportsmanlike conduct.
So this will be a little interesting here. Now, the other thing we mentioned with the seniors, it may not be the same, but I'm confident in knowing Coach Perry that if he has chances to get some seniors who haven't had a whole lot of opportunity, he's going to try and get them in and be able to do that. So there is a hold on the Eagles, and then unsportsmanlike conduct on Portland. So the hold will be walked off first. Will get themselves there, so that walk goes back to the 44-yard line, and then we add on the unsportsmanlike penalty, and that will get us to the Portland 41-yard line, looks like.
So instead of
in the midst of all that, it's going to be 3rd and a short 3.
So that right there, of course, a 10-yard penalty and a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to be basically a gain of 5 yards from the Eagles, which you would rather have that deep pass to Cooper White, but you'll take what you can get.
So it is back there. So 3rd and we're going to call it 2. Richardson on the center takes a snap, going to hand it to Sizemore, who pushes himself forward, pushes the pile forward, enough to get to the 47-yard line, and that's enough for an F&M Bank first down now. What a run by the sophomore running back.
And looking in there, you said Powell, but from what I saw...
Correction, junior running back.
From what I saw, it was all white jerseys right there by Portland, and Colton Sizemore just kept the legs training right there.
Absolutely. So they're going to be at the 37-yard line. 4:05 left to go here in this second quarter of action. Eagles still lead 7-0 and have been marching down the field here since the Portland punt. Richardson goes on center. White goes in motion. White's going to get the quick handoff, cuts it back upfield, finds some room to run. There is a flag down.
And I think this one might be coming back as well. I think that might either be a block in the back or hold, depending on what they want to call.
So it is going to be a hold, and we'll push it back 10 yards. And there's something I always wonder, I just don't know, because this part is different than basketball as well, is the referee that did just call the hold, and I'm not saying that there wasn't one, he's always right by the Portland bench. And he just always hears the Portland coaches in his ears there. in basketball, they rotate around, so you not always have the same one. I'm interested if there's ever any sort of effect of what side you're on in terms of what you keep hearing the coach yell and the mental part of it. Richardson rolls to his left, is going to go in the flat. White tries to find a crease, a little of a hole. He'll get to the 40-yard line, getting about 7 of those penalty yardage back. And once again, I'm not saying that there's any fix involved in it. Just the mental part that you keep hearing, that's a hold, that's this, that's that, on that sideline.
And you know, when someone tells you to watch something 5 times, actually you have to watch it no matter what. That is the official's job right there, and they cut him off one right there. But second down from about the 40-yard line, once again here in no man's land.
Second at about 15. They're outside the 40. They're at the 41-yard line. It's 2:40 left to go. Go under center. And Brady Gray, and a penalty on the offensive line. Graves did jump the snap count a little bit there. That's not normal. So that is one thing there, but just keeps pushing back a little bit. An extra 5 yards.
Nope.
Just outside the 45.
Pre-snap penalties. Can't let that kill the Westmoreland Eagles here tonight.
Richardson in the shotgun. He's got Clyde Vinson wide to the right, and Cooper White is wide to the left here. Sizemore right beside him. There's the snap. Richardson looking to air it out to White again. I think he's going to overthrow. Oh, he almost got that. That looks like that was going to be nowhere close, and Cooper White somehow made a play on it.
You know, Richardson just threw it when White was at the 30-yard line. Threw it in the air kind of like a sky ball, hoping White could run underneath it, and that's where we initially thought that it was going to be too far, but White had a chance on that one.
I really thought that one was going to miss Cooper by about 5 yards.
And he had a choice right there. Peyton Dickens, he was running right up the seam. He had some space on him as well.
So it's 3rd and long, 3rd and about 18. Once again, we've talked about it before, and kind of in no man's land. As Richardson takes the snap, he's going to roll right back to the middle of the pocket, going to his right. He's gone a long way back. Finally airs it out. He's got Cook. It's going to be incomplete through his hands, and it'll be 4th down and a long way to go.
Now, something that I saw on that play right there, Richardson rolled out of the pocket, in my opinion, too prematurely. He had a lot of daytime there and no one really near him. So maybe next time, step up in there and see what he can get from there.
So we're interested to see. It looks like the Eagles, I'd like to see this, and I'm excited to see Peyton do this one, because now it's not a go boot it. Now is a get it in the air and a coverage kick.
What they like to call the punter golf game right here on this one.
So Peyton Dickens has a chance to do that, standing on his own 44-yard line. There's a snap. Kick is away. It is a high kick. Fair catch taken by Portland at the 11-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will start. So, remind you, when you've been seriously injured, you want Sumner County's own Michael Ponce on your side. Michael grew up in Sumner County and started Ponce Law over 29 years ago. Let Ponce Law provide a free consultation if you've been injured in a car accident or hurt on the job. You have nothing to lose by calling and finding out what to do next. They offer a no-fee guarantee and can even open your case over the phone. So call Ponce Law, 615-851-1776. Ponce Law, justice for all. As we got 1:55 left to go before the Stephen O'Brien halftime show here on WHIN Radio. Portland takes the snap. It's going to be handed off to number 5 around the outside. He'll get a little bit of traction on that one before he's finally tripped up by Jacob Richardson at about the 19-yard line. And a timeout is taken by the Westmoreland Eagles. And an update on a game that is very, very critical for our playoff hopes. Trousdale County is right now beating Clay County 21-0. So it is going to be 2nd and about 3 for the Panthers. As Lane is in the shotgun, they're over on the right hash. Lane takes a snap, hands it off to number 5. He is going to be met and brought down by a flock of Eagles. First was number 60, Pacey Staples.
Pacey Staples was able to get there, and as that play progressed, Pacey Staples was hanging on to the ankle for dear life.
It was a gain of 1 by the Portland running back. That running back was number 5, as we mentioned there a moment ago, as Isaac Hope, another sophomore.
And it seems like just about every starter that we've read off tonight so far has been a sophomore.
Lane under center, takes a snap, finds behind him. It is Hoke once again, who's going to push himself forward. That should be enough for another first down for the Portland Panthers. And like you mentioned earlier, a hard-fought first down, one they had to earn every inch.
They did, trying to get some personnel change out there. And we haven't let you guys know on our uniform updates. Portland with an all-white helmet, all-white jersey with the purple numbers and the purple pants. Westmoreland in their traditional home uniforms, all red everything with the power W on the helmet.
Lane in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolling out towards his left. Eagles trying to chase him. Lane will turn upfield, and he will be tripped and will run out of bounds. And the Eagles are going to have a penalty, I believe, for a late hit there on that sideline.
I couldn't see if that was Pacey Staples or Hunter Gray. I believe that was Hunter Gray, and that's a costly penalty right there. That's I believe a 15-yarder, if I'm correct.
Yes. Yep.
And in the waning moments, folks, I'm sorry, I didn't realize how low the clock was.
29.1 seconds.
29 seconds left. And each team with 2 timeouts. So if you're Portland, it's time to stop running this ball, and they're going to have to start taking some shots deep down the field. So we'll see what coverage the Eagles make to adjust. And already I can see Cooper White lining up and 2 safeties. So they're playing cover 2 right now, the Eagles are.
Once again, it is 29.1 seconds. Lane takes a snap, looking towards his left. Cuts upfield, he's going to run it himself. He's going to be tackled by Lilly, and he's going to be tackled inbounds. So the clock will continue to run until Portland is forced to call a timeout with 18.5 seconds. We'll take one with them here on WHINradio.com. And welcome back into the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center, as it is now 2nd and 3 from the Eagle 47-yard line for Portland. 18.5 seconds left. Eagles holding on to a 7-0 lead. There's a snap. Lane rolling to his right now. He's going to air it down that sideline. It's going to be complete to number 4. Richardson brings him down at the 25-yard line. That pass complete to Keelan Dalton, the 6'3" sophomore. And Portland is going to call a timeout with 11.4 seconds left, and they are deep into Westmoreland territory.
So if you're Portland, you have 1 shot to the end zone here, and then you have a decision to make.
Lane takes a snap. He's rolling towards his left. Going to keep it. He's going to run himself and run out of bounds after a gain of 5. It's going to be 5.2 seconds left to go here in the first half. Ball on the Westmoreland 20.
So, of course, we don't see any film at all on this Portland team, so I don't know how strong of a leg their kicker does have. But it does look like they're going to line up to kick. It's going to be number 11 for the Panthers. We'll see if Coach Perry uses the timeout to try and ice them here.
So it's going to be about a 36-yarder for the left-footed 11. Kick is away as a low line drive. It's not going to get there.
Senior kicker Landon Long, and he did not have a very long leg, as it was no good. And it's going to leave time here on the clock for the Eagles, but if I know anything about Coach Perry, he's going to come out here and take a QB kneel and go into halftime with a 7-0 lead.
I would expect that to be the plan as well as we get ourselves ready for the Stephen O'Brien halftime show. And you do not want to miss our action here today, as we will talk about the first half of action here. We will also take a little bit of time later and discuss about the college football playoff, as those rankings will come out next week, will be the first one. As Richardson takes a knee, and that will do it here for the first half of action. That Westmoreland leads 7-0 here on WHIN Radio. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
It was a very exciting first half, and like a lot of Eagles games so far this year, very exciting.
Dickens with another kick has already had one touchback. This one is not going to get there as it's caught at the 10-yard line by Portland. Cuts back towards the other side of the field. Finds a little bit of a crease before he's finally brought down by Clyde Vinson and several other Eagles, including number 3, Evan Gross. Both seniors playing their last home game here at Westmoreland High School on senior night.
And he got a running head of full steam whenever he caught that ball from Dickens. So thankfully they were able to stop him before that play got out of hand. But Portland got to come out here, and they had some success driving the ball down at the very end, but it was right before halftime, so you know how offenses kind of change in a 2-minute drill.
We'll see what they decide to continue here. It's going to be 1st and 10, 32. Lane in the shotgun takes the snap, going to fake the handoff, and he's going to keep himself right up the middle. He's going to trip himself after a gain of 6 for the Panthers.
And we saw it in the second quarter, about halfway through. Lane had a big carry on that read option where he decided to keep it up the middle. That was able to get on a first down on a crucial play. And this part there, he had a wide open hole too. He just tripped up about 7 yards into it.
So Lane still in the shotgun. Takes a snap, going to hand it off to number 5 again. He's got a big hole on that left side to run through, and he's got another first down for the Portland Panthers.
Great hard running right there by the Portland back. And we saw him a lot tonight, and those legs just keep on churning. Once again, that's Isaiah Hoke. Isaac Hoke, rather. And that's what he's been able to do. He's been able to he's kind of like the Colton Sizemore of this Portland team. Put his head down and just run.
There's a lot of similarities. You are absolutely right on that. 1st and 10 now from their own 48. Lane will go under center now. Takes the snap, hands it off inside. He's going to be grabbed by who else but Colton Sizemore. Just enough to slow up for Eagles number 56.
Ethan Graves.
Ethan Graves.
I'll tell you what, Colton Sizemore, of course, the Phillips Ingram most outstanding player, he's going to have a shot in here for this one just solely on his defensive performance tonight.
Portland back on the line again. 10-15 to go in the third quarter. There's a snap on the shotgun. Going to hand off inside, and he's going to be swarmed in the backfield. Led by Pacey Staples and Colton Sizemore and Ethan Graves, all taking the Portland running backs number 3, Aiden Bell, down to the ground. But Luke, here's another scary thought. That's just another sophomore.
Another sophomore. This Portland team is going to be a force to be reckoned with for these next few years. And that is a scary thought. It seems like every player we've called out are sophomores. That's a year of development from on now, and another year of development next year for their junior season before they get to their final senior season.
So we'll give it a loss of 1. There's a snap rolling out to his left is Lane. He's going to be met in the backfield. There's going to be a slim chicken sack for Dylan Cook. We got ourselves a slim chicken sack. We'll give that read here in just a moment as it looks like Portland's going to have to punt this one away.
And my favorite line that you call, I'm stealing it, Dylan Cook pinned his ears down and ran after him right there. He came out of nowhere for that slim chicken sack.
Absolutely. So a loss of about 7 on that sack, and Portland's going to be forced to punt. So we mentioned this earlier. Cooper is not real deep. He is standing right about the 30-yard line. As the snap is away to the punt to the kick is up. It is a low line drive kick. It's going to bounce right into Cooper's hands. Cooper's going to keep his feet, has some room to run. Tries to cut back upfield. He's at 45. He'll be met and brought down at the Westmoreland 49-yard line. And that was a big slim chicken sack for the Eagles. This season, Slim Chicken sponsors all quarterback sacks made by your Eagles on the WHIN Broadcast Network. After tonight's game, be sure and stop by Slim Chickens for a sack full of the best hand-breaded tenders, perfect wings, sandwiches, or wraps. Oh, goodness. Does that sound good? You can't go wrong with a sack of great food from Slim Chickens. And don't forget the Slim's app. Download it now for all kinds of great rewards. Hendersonville, Mount Juliet, coming soon to Goodlettsville. And so the Eagles start 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line. Once again, great field position as Richardson under center. Hands it off to Sizemore. Sizemore bounces off of 1 and rolls forward for another 3 yards after contact.
You know, Sizemore, he's just like a bowling ball out there, bouncing off a defender's shoulder pads and just finding a way to fall forward for yardage. This Colton Sizemore. Speaking of bowling, something that I forgot to mention in the sports update around Westmoreland, Portland just faced Westmoreland in bowling action this past week, where Westmoreland didn't come out quite as good.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. So the Eagles are back on the line. Jake Richardson, we're going to give it 2nd and 6. Jacob takes the handoff to Robert Todd. Robert Todd makes one-man miss and will push forward for about 2 yards, maybe 1. Looks like it'll be closer to 1 on this spot. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Eagles on the Portland 46-yard line.
And we'll see Daniel Forsman coming in a game like this where it really matters a lot. Forsman's not played a lot of offense so far this year, but he's out there now, and that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see your playmakers out there on big situations.
Richardson's going to be in the he's going to go back to the line of scrimmage. He's got Lilly and Cook behind him. Sends White into motion. Going to give it to Cook. Cook trying to push forward through the pile. Depends on the push. Everyone's pushing forward. Cook somehow still stays up to the 41-yard line.
It's going to be close.
He might have gotten that.
And I love right there what the officials gave him right there. They just let the pile push, and whichever one came out on top. And
they're going to say he didn't, but my Atlanta. Dylan Cook did a lot to get that one. It's going to be 4th and short.
Eagles
at
rush
the
up to the ball.
42-yard line. They're going right to the line. Richardson is ready to take a snap. He'll take it, hands it off to Lilly. Lilly's going to plow forward. He'll get plenty for the F&M Bank first down all the way to the 37-yard line. But let's go back to that Dylan Cook run, shall we? What a run that one was by the senior.
That was a great play right there where he looked to be at least 2, maybe even 3 yards short. Seems like that pile just pushed him kind of out to the outside, and all from there it was Dylan Cook keeping the legs turning.
So it is 1st and 10 after the F&M Bank first down for the Eagles. 6:25 left to go here in the first half, or excuse me, the third quarter.
And there was no question right there. The Eagles ran up immediately to the line and ran that play.
Richardson's in the shotgun. He's got Lilly and White behind him. There's the snap that goes to White. White trying to get around that right side. Makes one miss, makes a couple misses, but there is a flag down.
Now, I don't know who this one's going to be on. Maybe a Carson Borders low chop block, but I really didn't see anything over on the right side except for Cooper White.
So they're going to call a hold on the Eagles.
And you know, that was an interesting call because it was all just members of the secondary right there, and Carson Borders had a member of the defensive line wrapped up, so even if it was a hold, it really didn't affect the play, or at least you would assume that much.
So it's going to be 1st and long now. 1st and long from the 47-yard line. Needing to get to about the 27-yard line. So 1st and 20. Cook's in the backfield with Grant Lilly. Fakes the handoff to Cook. Jacobs going to look. He's got Peyton Dickens down the middle of the field. It's going to be complete for a long pass. He's going to roll forward inside the 1st and goal. What a catch by the big red-headed senior.
The big red-headed senior, great call, and a great catch right there by Dickens. Richardson aired it out. Beautiful ball that turned over in the air right into the arms of Peyton Dickens.
First, F&M Bank first down, 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line. Richardson goes under center, takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself, run around that right side, try to make one-man miss. He's not going to be able to do it. He's going to be brought down for a loss of about 1. Try to get everyone biting on the inside and went to the outside instead, and Portland was there waiting for him.
And something that the Eagles are doing after these big plays are going in this no-huddle offense, and they had success from that one right there. So
we'll give it a loss closer to about 2. So it'll be 1st and 4.
And like we said last time on the goal line, on more of like a 2nd and goal from the 4, this offense has room to work just about any formation, any play, any design scheme they want to go out of right here.
It looks like they're in their traditional wing T type formation with White on the side. This ball goes to Sizemore. Sizemore lowers his shoulder. He might have gotten that yardage that they lost earlier, probably closer to about the 3. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal from inside the 5.
So we'll see what the call is here. Big down distance right here, but even if you don't get it, is it an automatic go for it, or does Peyton Dickens in short range, you know, are you kind of considering on where you want this ball to spot it on which side of the hash?
You're going for the end zone, then you worry about Peyton Dickens later. As White goes in motion, he's going to fake it to White. He's going to keep himself towards the goal line. They're going to rule him just short. The long, lanky frame of Jacob Richardson wasn't able to get all the way there, so they're look to be inside the 1. 4th and goal.
It was big number 98, Braden Woodard.
Looks like we're sending Joshua Vincent in. The offense is staying out there.
We've had a lot of important plays, but this is by far the most. 4th and goal. Eagles deep in Panther territory.
Richardson's going to be in the shotgun now. He's got Sizemore right beside him. White goes in motion. Gives it to White. White cuts back upfield, pushes forward, pushes to the end zone, and he's in! A Trevecca Nazarene touchdown for your Eagles. Cooper White.
And he was
on that right side.
He was stopped just outside of the end zone. He cut it back in, pushed the pile forward, and the Eagles now have a 2-score lead.
13-0 pending this extra point. As Dickens gets ready for the point after. A lot of this play made by the reception by Peyton Dickens. Snap, set, kick is up, and the kick is good. With that, the Westmoreland Eagles go up 14-0 with 3:07 to go in the 3rd here on WHINradio.com. And welcome back into the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center as the Eagles go up 14-0 on the touchdown run by Cooper White. And so Peyton Dickens will be ready to kick this off once again for the Eagles. A good start to the second half for Westmoreland as Dickens' kick is on the ground, taken by number 44, Portland. He's going to run on that left end. He's going to get a good start in field position. Portland at the 41-yard line. Now, that was a Trevecca Nazarene touchdown. Trevecca Nazarene University is the season-long touchdown partner for all games on the WHIN Radio Network. Trevecca has been home to thousands of Sumner County students after high school and has led the way in higher education right from the heart of their Nashville campus. Trevecca is one special university that sets you up for a lifelong touchdown. Want to learn more about Trevecca? Visit them online at trevecca.edu. Trevecca Nazarene University, serving Nashville and the world since 1901. Portland to the line. Down by 2 scores, sends one in motion. There's the snap. Lane's going to keep it himself. And Dylan Cook almost had him in the backfield, but he just slipped out of his clutches.
He did. He was able to slip out and fall forward. And that's going to be a modest gain for Portland, but still able to stay ahead of the change. And Portland, for one of the few times tonight, I will consider this good starting field position by the Panthers on the plus side of the Eagles, of their own 40. So they're going to line up here, coming out in the shotgun. 2 receivers out wide to the right.
There's the snap, hands it off to Hoke. Hoke cuts back upfield, has a big hole in the middle of the field before he is tripped up by Perry. But in Westmoreland territory to the 38-yard line.
And, you know, from as far as I saw on that play, Perry was the first man to touch him right there and the last man to touch him before he went down. So that was a good tackle by him to save even more yardage. But clean blocks right here by the Portland Panthers front 5.
So 1st and 10 from the Westmoreland 38. Lane takes a snap, hands off to Hoke. Hoke finds a hole. Same kind of spot it looks like, and he is chased from behind by Graves and Richardson. But it's another 1st down for the Panthers to the 20-yard line.
And he's just running on the back of 5'9", 200-pound Skylar Key at that left guard position. So it's kind of like we talked about. Sizemore finds Carson Borders and just piles up right in behind him. It's sort of the same thing with what Hoke is doing right now with the big left guard.
So Lane under center. There's an action there at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to push Portland back 5 yards on the false start.
That's on the left tackle right there from Portland. Savian Campbell. So clock still ticking. 1:28 left to go here in the third quarter. Westmoreland leads 14-0. However, Portland has it first and 15 driving into territory.
In the shotgun now. Eagles shift. There's the handoff inside. It's going to be spun around by Hunter Gray. Finished off by Pacey Staples. Another senior on this squad making some big plays tonight.
A lot of these players making some big plays. And we saw it right before halftime when Portland attempted that field goal. I think it was around a 28-yard field goal is what I'm going to credit him with right there. And it was well short. So I think a field goal is out of the question here on any drive from this point on.
So it's second and about 15. There's a snap, fakes the handoff. Lane's going to keep it himself. He's going to be swallowed up in the backfield as he was running back forward. He got to maybe the line of scrimmage.
That was Peyton Staples, the senior, who grabbed onto the waist and just fell backwards, able to pull him over kind of like in a suplex form for my WWE listeners. So it's going to bring up third and long after maybe a pickup of one. Portland doesn't have to run a play before the third quarter, and I do not think they will, as they're in no rush, ticking down from 5. So the Westmoreland Eagles, through 3 quarters here in Westmoreland on the rock pile, lead 14-0 over the Portland Purple Panthers.
As Lane will go under center. It is third and long, so we interesting to see if Westmoreland looks to attack this one. He's going to hand it off to number 4. It's going to be tripped up. Great tackle by junior Daniel Forsman.
So he's well short of even the original line of scrimmage marker. It's going to be about 4th and 11, and Portland's going to have to go for this. So we'll see if the Eagles secondary is able to match up right here and get a stop.
Absolutely. They need to go for this one. Down 2 scores, and the Eagles have proven they can move the ball and run some clock off. So this 4th and 11 is big for Portland. As Lane's going to be in the shotgun, he's got 3 wide, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Lane takes a snap, looking towards his left, comes back across the middle, is going to throw it, overthrow it. It is intercepted by Cade Perry. But Luke, here's the thing. That might have been one of the worst things Cade could have done.
That loses you, what, about 23 yards?
And puts you right on the goal line. You love the interception and great. I love kids. I mean, that's a great interception by Cade Perry across the middle.
I think that's just instinct.
But I wish he was
right
just
there.
another yard back in the end zone and get the touchback. But the Eagles will start at about the 3-yard line, it appears.
So a giveaway by Portland. We'll see if that's able to set the Westmoreland Eagles up here, but they are backed up deep in their own territory.
So Staples the snap to Richardson. Hands it off inside. That goes to Grant Lilly, who's going to fight forward for a couple extra yards.
And that couple extra yards, those are some big couple extra yards, because that gives you some breathing territory here. You really don't got to worry about the safety coming into play much. And I can't really see what yard line they're on. Can you see that, Coach Combs?
Not really well. It looks like they are at about the 7 based on the official here on the Westmoreland sideline.
Now, what you can't have if you're the Eagles right here is a false start or a hold or any penalty here backed up in your own territory.
So it is 2nd and about 6. As Gross runs the play in. And the Eagles get another chance here to run the clock down. As Richardson goes under center, takes a snap, going to hand it off inside, makes maybe one miss, gained about a yard on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and medium for your Eagles. Want to take a moment here while the Eagles wait for this play to come in. Strum's Roofing Company, a proud supporter of Sumner County High School sports all year long. Listen in weekday mornings and afternoons for the daily Strum's Roofing Company Sumner County High School Sports Report. Whether it's roofing, siding, or gutters, Strum's Roofing has all your needs covered, including a lifetime warranty. StrumsRoofing.com. So the Eagles break the huddle, about 15 seconds to go on the play clock. 3rd and 5. Richardson under center, sends Cook into motion. Going to hand it off inside. It is to White, finds some hole on the outside, and he's going to get on the edge. There is a flag down.
It's going to be on Grant Lilly for either a block in the back or a hold, and that's going to bring the Eagles. So it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, if I'm correct.
Well, it'd be half the distance to the goal from where they are right now, being that they're inside the 20.
So that's going to back them up inside the 5, and it'll still be 3rd down. Now, if the penalty marker didn't come back there, I still don't know if it would it have been. I don't think it would have been a 1st down.
He was close. It's hard to tell from our angle because this is on the other side of the field from us, over by the middle school. If you're familiar with Westmoreland High School or the Westmoreland High School football formation. So the play comes in. It is once again 3rd down, but the Eagles. I guess that clock doesn't run on a hold. So the clock is stopped. The Eagles get to run on whatever they want to. There's a snap. Hands off inside to White. He's going to get a short gain, if any. And they're going to be at the 3-yard line, and Peyton Dickens is going to have to punt this one away.
He lost his footing in the backfield, and they just collapsed on him. So what's scary right here is you're backed up deep in your own territory. Peyton Dickens is going to have to – I think he'll still have enough room that he can get this one off, but Portland might send all the dogs to the house right here and try and get a blocked punt here as Peyton Dickens is about standing halfway in the end zone.
There's the snap to Dickens. He will kick it. He will get it away. There's a high kick to about the 43-yard line of Westmoreland. And number 4 is chased and tackled by who else on special teams?
Matthew Martin.
So 8:46 to go.
So Portland, they're going to have to start throwing some desperation measures here at the Westmoreland Eagles as they're down 2 scores.
And so, but they are starting on the Westmoreland side of the field. And so that's probably the best Portland could hope for. And once again, it goes back to that interception versus letting it fall incomplete on where this possession now is. It could have been pushed back a little even further or changed the entire play call. There's the snap. Handed off to Hoke inside. Hoke finds a hole in that guard. Bounces off of one Eagle. Finding several others. The ball's loose. The ball's loose on the field.
I don't know if they're going to call him down or not, though. He looked down to me. The Zebra's discussing it right now.
Hoke is down. They're blowing the whistle. I'm worried they're going to mark him down here. They're going to say he was down.
And, you know, I'm of course rooting for the Eagles here, but just looking at a non-biased opinion, I do believe he was down. And there was some chirping at the back end of that play as well, but Hoke right now is really putting this Panther offense on his back here as they're driving from about the 35-yard line of the Eagles right now.
So 1st and 10 for Portland at their own 35-yard line. There's the snap, hands it to Hoke once again. He's going to be bottled up after a short gain.
And another good thing that Hoke's doing right now is falling forward, and that can get you an extra yard or two, and that can really be a big difference maker. And instead of a lot of running backs and you're kind of getting met in the hole and kind of collapsing backwards, he's falling forward.
We talked about that being the same as Colton Sizemore, very similar to each other. As we are now under 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 8. There's a snap, hands off to Hoke again. Tries to find a hole, spins off of one, and he's going to be finished off by Perry, number 21. Brought down by Hunter Gray, number 27.
Hunter Gray was down there at the bottom of those legs and spinning him away. Hope tried, but he failed. So that's going to set up 3rd down here. And what would you say, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6?
3rd and 6.
So we'll see what the Eagles defense comes out with right here.
Once again, Portland doesn't seem to be in much of a rush here, and it's kind of interesting. As Portland now sends one to motion, hands it off inside. Eagles will tackle him after a gain of 3. That was running back number 3.
And
Aiden Bell.
That was a play for Portland right there. You know you have 2 chances at it right there. So.
But even then, I mean, you didn't gain much on it. That's the interesting thing to me. So Keelan Dalton checks back in for the Panthers. It is 4th and we'll call it a long 4 for the Panthers. 6:35 to go in the game for the Eagles. Shift and snap is away. Handoff inside. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. Pacey Staples with the big play in the backfield, forcing the turnover on downs.
Pacey Staples made a shot turn right there in the backfield, and a turnover on downs for the Panthers, and the Eagles will get the ball back.
We're going to take a quick break as they turn the possession over here on WHINradio.com. And welcome back as the Eagles snap it right on time for us. A short yard run for, I believe that was, let's see, Grant Lilly. A very short gain for the Eagles.
And then going to come Matthew Martin. And now, if you're Portland, just talked about desperation time. And really at this point, Portland's got to try and stop the Eagles, but conserve a lot of that clock as well. And the Eagles right now, they're going to be in no hurry like they've been on a lot of part of this game. The no-huddle offense will not serve them well at this point. They're just trying to keep it in between the hashes, down the field, and stay ahead of the chains.
As the play call comes in with 15 seconds to go. Richardson's in the shotgun. He's got Grant Lilly right behind him. Sends White into motion. There's snap, going to hand it to White. Blocked by Lilly. Is going to pop a little bit of space for White. And a gain of 5 on the play for the junior running back.
Good hole right there between Lilly and Matthew Martin. And he was able to cut it upfield. So that right there, once again, staying ahead of the chains, is going to bring up 3rd down and manageable. Robert Todd trots onto the field.
So as that play clock continues to trickle down, about 5 minutes left to go in the game. Luke, we may have a record here. The game may be done in less than 2 hours.
You know, that's like BFL time.
Only you would refer to BFL time on these. Richardson will go under center as that clock does continue to tick down. Takes a snap, hands it to Sizemore. Sizemore pushes ahead. He's going to be stopped short at the 39-yard line.
Coach Combs, I just realized we haven't had time for an upset pick. This game is rolling along.
It has not, and I need to talk about it. Because, well, let's do it after this punt here. I need to talk about last week or 2 weeks ago. I got to talk about it. Well, last week because I sent it to you. I may need to have you announce it for me because apparently me announcing it doesn't do any good.
Now, like Lee Corso said, not so fast, though, because I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Perry gambles right here. I don't know. He's sending Vincent, and it looks like the Westmoreland Eagles are lining up to go for this play.
They are. Richardson's going to go into center. 12 seconds to go. Todd goes in motion from one side to the other.
Might be a possible hard count.
I think they're getting ready to call as Coach Perry is saying it right by the official there. Calls timeout. We'll have to take it with them, but we'll come right back because, yeah, I do want to talk about the upset pick because I finally got one. I may have to have you read it for me, though, because that seems to be the good luck. Eagles lead 14-0, 3:52 left to go here in the final quarter of action. We'll be right back here on WHINradio.com. And welcome back into the Ponce Law Justice for All Broadcast Center as the Eagles lead 14-0. And I feel like I'm cutting out a little bit there. At least my headset, it looks like everything's still normal on the front side. The snap is away to Dickens for the punt. It's a high kick. Bounces at the 26-yard line, takes an eagle bounce to about the 23-yard line. And that is where Portland will start their next drive. But, so yeah, here we go, Luke. I picked Arizona to beat Washington State last week through you. I sent you that message, so I got to do it again. So I'm gonna hand you my pick. You got to read it. That's the only way I think I get this one here for it.
So Coach Combs picks Mississippi State to upset Arkansas. They're a 6-point underdog on the road.
We're going with that. We're going with the Bulldogs over the Razorbacks. Hail State here this weekend. All right, 3:42 to go. 14-0 Westmoreland leads. Snap is away. Lane fakes it. Cuts back into the pocket. Airs out to number 10. And it's going to be a gain of about 8. And they're going to continue that clock rolling. I thought he got out of bounds.
I thought he did too. So the Eagles were able to about chop off half of that clock as they got it with just over 7 minutes left to go. So they're able to chop off about half of that clock. And it's 3:20 and counting, and Portland's still huddled.
So it is second and about 3. So again, like I said, that clock is rolling 3:10 as Lane sends one in motion from right to left. There's the snap. Going to keep himself. Lane goes in the backfield. He's going to get another slim chicken sack for Dylan Cook. That's his second slim chicken sack on the evening.
Somebody get him an NIL deal out here.
He finally gets, he gets 2 of them in the same evening.
And we're joking about the slim chicken sack, but play-wise, this sets them up. Clock ticking, 3rd and 10. Portland still huddled, under 2:40 left to go. It's shocking to me how Portland is still taking their time.
With all their timeouts, mind you. You're on top of that. And I know you would like to try and keep it for the defensive side, but you didn't use that then either this last possession. So Lane gets ready to snap this one. There it is. He's going to keep himself in the backfield, makes a couple of Eagles miss, gets free. Cook almost got number 3, gets down that sideline. He's going to run out of bounds and stop that clock after a gain of 5.
So, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of some of the games the Eagles have been in against East Robertson, against Smith County, against Macon County, and some others, where they hadn't really passed the ball all night, and then within this 3-minute mark in the 4th quarter, they're going to be asked to pass it and just go with a spread offense. It's kind of hard to just flip your script in a snap of a finger like that, and that's kind of what Portland's having to do right now.
And Portland's really been in a tough stretch. And like I said, I don't know this for a fact, but I imagine their quarterback got hurt about 3 weeks ago. As Lane gets ready for the shotgun snap, he'll take it on 4th down. It's slanted across the middle, and it's broken up by Jacob Richardson.
And he timed that one perfectly
to break that pass up.
So a turnover on downs, and the Westmoreland Eagles will take over here. And I'll tell you what, the fat lady is warming the vocal cords up here with 2:08 left to go.
She certainly is, as the Eagles might be trying to snap this losing streak they've been on. It's been a 4-game losing streak, and now is the best time of any to snap that one out. And looking for a good one here as it's 2:08 up 14-0.
So Coach Parker and Coach Sullivan, they're going to make their way down from the bleachers. And, you know, that's not victory formation yet, but it's just about as close as you can get.
You see 31, Robert Todd, and 38, Kason Burge with his first action of the game. We talked earlier about trying to get some of these players some reps.
Ferris is out there too.
Austin Ferris is out as well, number 88. So a lot of the seniors getting out there for some action that maybe they hadn't been getting over the course of the season. We talked about that earlier, that when you get a chance, you look to do something like that. And so Ferris will bring the play in. Looking to see any others that we hadn't been able to call here just yet. I haven't seen Jeremiah Harrison today, but I'm not sure if he's active or...
He has played some special teams for the Eagles so far this year.
Special teams tonight? Okay.
Yes.
Good. So all the seniors getting some game action tonight as Richardson ready for the snap with 1:25. There's snap away. Going to hand it to Todd. Todd tries to cut upfield. He's going to be swallowed up by some Panthers 25-yard line. A loss of... It'll be 3rd down and about 10.
So Kason Burge going to come in with a play call, and clock's going to tick down under 1 minute. Portland's not using their timeouts. 3rd and long here. And playoff scenarios get even more interesting with a win over Portland.
We will talk about that with as well as the Phillips and Ingram Most Outstanding Player and the Pony Mailbox postgame wrap-up and a lot of other information. We'll probably try and keep it here a little longer tonight, just trying to make sure we've got all the information to you from ahead. So as this has been a big win, Richardson will kneel down. And with that, unless Portland decides to call a timeout, it'll be 4th down. It looks like Portland will meet us in the middle. And your Westmoreland Eagles come out victorious on senior night, 14-0. We'll be right back here shortly, but I do want to tell you, coming up, we have each week throughout the 2023 Sumner County High School football season. The attorneys and staff at Phillips and Ingram are proudly sponsoring the Most Outstanding Player of the Game Award, given to the player chosen by our broadcast crew whose effort and performance most impacted the outcome of tonight's game. The winner will be announced during the post-game wrap-up. Thanks to Phillips and Ingram for supporting Sumner County High School football on the WHIN Broadcast Network.